Seniors, as I told you Wednesday at rehearsal, the important things to remember about today are that I was here and it was beautiful. In 20 years, or maybe even one, you might not remember the brilliant points of your speakers or the exact movements of your hula, although you probably will be able to sing Holy Waimea at your 50-year reunion. What you definitely will take from today is how you feel. So along those lines, I hope you feel loved. I hope you feel supported, appreciated, and respected. I hope you feel those emotions both from everyone around you and toward everyone in this place. And also that you feel proud of your accomplishments at HPA, excited, inspired by these moments together, and just a little nervous maybe about the next steps. Perhaps you're eager, ready to get out of here, naturally, but you also might already have some measure of nostalgia for what you are leaving behind, and wonder at the fact that all these feelings and more can exist in the same body at the same time without causing a rupture of some kind. No wonder we say our hearts are full at these moments. How else can we describe it? As you embark on the wide world beyond this place, I wish you well. By wishing you well, I generally mean safety and good health and those kinds of things, but more specifically, I hope that you find purpose and meaning in life. Along the lines of what Ms. Pettis said yesterday, that is not just optimism, but a muscular hope based on the fact that you have a role in making the future better than today. You have agency. Not just someday when you have a degree or a certification or a certain skill set, but you have agency today, tonight, in the next few days, for as long or as short as you are privileged to walk this earth. This is not a destination or an achievement, like a wish that you will someday have a great job or make an important scientific discovery or win Olympic gold. These things are fine and good, but my expression of hope for you is really that you will attain a particular state of being. And not a static state, but an active one. A life's journey undertaken from the perspective that you have something useful to offer the world, or maybe the person next to you. And that you will bring that awareness alive with action, action that manifests that value as a real thing that exists in the world. We call it making a difference because you have to intentionally exert yourself to make or create that difference. And the act of creation sparks a feedback loop that benefits everyone who touches it, including you. Now, whether you find it easy or difficult to make a mental list of what you have to offer the world, I assure you that every single one of you has something to offer, and not just one thing. Having a unique combination of strengths and intelligences means that any number of activities that are easy, fun, and fulfilling for you can be hard, boring, or draining for someone else. Even something as seemingly simple as offering an encouraging word comes naturally for some and not so naturally for others. Sometimes different things get wrapped up in and confused with your purpose, but that I think are distinct from purpose. And I'm sure there are more than three, but I thought about three to identify and discuss with you today. Your job, politics, and other people. First, the job. Too often we buy into the idea that our purpose in life must express itself through our work, our day jobs, or somehow we're not successful as a person. I heard the term false narrative recently, and I think this is a false narrative that sometimes gets perpetuated in our society. Not every method of putting food on the table at every time in your life will present the opportunity to do something deep and meaningful that you are uniquely shaped to do. And that's okay, no shame. Your deepest talents and available ways to earn a living will not always be perfectly lined up. The shame would be if you were working that job, but didn't also use whatever chances and energy you had available inside or outside those working hours to continue exploring and developing or putting to use your unique capacity to make a difference. I've heard the phrase, do you live to work or work to live? What a happy opportunity to have them be one and the same thing, or at least nearly so. In terms of a confluence of your purpose and an opportunity to provide something that a given society values enough to pay the rent. I grew up on dairy farms. And in that season of our lives, work and life were close to synonymous realities in my family. Not a sad, my life is all work, woe is me kind of way, but a how lucky are we to be doing this every day kind of way. I think the good people up here in black and white can probably identify. Do you resemble that remark? I certainly do. Now, politics. How you make your difference. It could have everything to do with the political winds of change and how they are blowing in your particular locale in the world, or it could have nothing to do with them. What I'm saying is that the making of meaning in your life doesn't depend on who occupies the office of prime minister or governor or chancellor or premier or president. Admittedly, you might be more or less free to pursue your particular chosen purpose in a particular moment based on those political winds, or where and when you live in this world. But how and whether you try, it depends on you. Other people don't control your ability to express and find meaning. Other people have ideas for you, some of them great and some not so great. Your parents, your teachers, your mentors, and your coaches. Sometimes in the middle of this growing up time together, our ideas can come across as thinking that we know what's best for you. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. But your purpose does not come from us. This whole process of growing up is a process of equipping you to slowly take the wheel of your own life, while we adults let go. By the way, that's really important, adults, the letting go part. For you to ever get into the driver's seat, we have to first give it up. Then, let go of our extra hand on the wheel from the passenger seat. And then, yes, eventually give up that extra foot on the brake, just like the student driver cars. And then, yes, we need to get out completely. I said earlier, we're here to celebrate you. Not only your achievements and your presence, but also your potential, your promise. If that sounds like a lot of pressure, please don't accept it as such. Celebrating your potential is to celebrate what you will make of it. Not my image of your potential and not anyone else in this room. The only failure, again, is if you don't dare to pursue it. Thank you for listening this last time, seniors.